There's a glimmer of hope in the search for a sub that disappeared on its way to the wreck of the Titanic. Rescue teams detected underwater noises in the search zone, but time is running out with less than 24 hours of oxygen reportedly left on board. Roxana Saberi is following the latest from Boston. Roxana, good morning.
Good morning, Vlad. The U.S. Coast Guard confirms that a Canadian aircraft detected underwater noises in the search area. Crews then refocused their search to try to pinpoint where those noises were coming from. They have not been able to find anything so far, but their search continues. To put in perspective just how massive this search area is, it is larger than the state of Connecticut and roughly twice as deep as the Grand Canyon.
We will do everything in our power to effect a rescue.
With just hours of oxygen left, rescuers say they're doing everything they can to find the missing submersible.
What are the biggest challenges you're facing?
You're dealing with a surface search and a subsurface search, and frankly, that makes it an incredibly complex operation.
U.S.-based OceanGate Expeditions operated the voyage, which takes tourists to the famous Titanic shipwreck in the North Atlantic Ocean, nearly 2.5 miles underwater. Rescuers say the vessel could be there on the ocean floor or on the surface, but even if it's floating, spotting the Titan won't be easy.
We're not expecting to see a large portion of it showing above the surface of the water, maybe a couple inches, a couple feet of it at the most.
Do you know if the people aboard the vessel have any way of communicating?
We haven't received any indication that they have any sort of communication device for us to be listening to.
OceanGate CEO and founder Stockton Rush is among those on board.
We run the whole thing with this game controller.
In an interview with CBS Sunday Morning last year, Rush defended the safety of the submersible.
The pressure vessel is not MacGyver at all, because that's where we work with Boeing and NASA and the University of Washington. Everything else can fail. Your thrusters can go, your lights can go, you're still going to be safe.
According to 2018 court filings, a former OceanGate employee said he was fired after voicing concerns about the Titan, saying it posed potential danger to passengers as it reached extreme depths. But in court documents filed this April, OceanGate said the vessel was capable of diving the depth to the Titanic site with a comfortable safety margin.
On every dive we took, they lost communication. You know going in how very dangerous this is.
Mike Reese traveled on the Titan almost a year ago to see the Titanic wreckage.
No one walks into this surprised. Before you even get on, you sign this long waiver that mentions possible death 3 times on the first page. So you know what you're getting into.
As for those underwater noises that were detected, the U.S. Coast Guard says data from the Canadian aircraft has been shared with U.S. Navy experts for more analysis and will be used in the search efforts. Anne-Marie?
Well, hopefully it is a good sign. I know, the ocean makes a lot of noises, but hopefully this is the one that they need. What is the latest on the search operation? And presumably at some point, if all goes well, they will be pivoting to a rescue operation. Are they prepared for that?
Well, the U.S. Coast Guard just tweeted that 3 vessels have arrived on the scene this morning, and one of them has scanning sonar capabilities to help with the search. And also this morning, Rear Admiral John Mauger of the U.S. Coast Guard told CBS News that an aircraft with sonar buoys detected noise in the water yesterday, but they don't know the source of that noise. He said there are a lot of metal objects at the Titanic site, which could be the source, and that the noise is, quote, a target to look at. Mauger also said crews will keep searching as long as there's an opportunity for survival. As for how prepared they are for a possible rescue, they say they're looking into various options, but if the submersible is found on the floor of the ocean, the options are quite limited. Anne-Marie?
Yeah, indeed, because we don't know why the submersible isn't moving, and based on that, we'll determine how complicated the rescue effort could be. Roxana, thank you very much.